Greetings fellow Decepticons, Soundblaster1987 here, continuing my reviews of more recent figures with Kingdom Cyclonus from a War For Cybertron Trilogy. As you can see, he is based on his 1986 animated movie appearance from Generation 1, with the colours resembling his more lavender incarnation from some certain episodes of Season 3 where the colours were lightened a bit, which was also the colour scheme used by the Henkei release of his Universe 2009 figure, which I don't currently own for comparison. Stay tuned for future videos. In the 86 movie, Cyclonus could grow large enough for Galvatron to pilot his cockpit, as could be seen on certain larger third-party incarnations of his character. Unfortunately, that's not quite possible with Hasbro's engineering with the clear plastic on the cockpit. But regardless, Cyclonus has a 5mm port up top for his weapon, to be mounted like so. If I bring in Blowpipe here from the Takara Legends Titan's Return Trigger Happy figure, this is what he would look like if he had his Nightstick Target Master accessory. Assuming that the Target Master was black and grey instead of blue and silver, of course. There are also ports underneath the wings and on the thrusters here. We'll come back to those ports later. So, for size comparison, here he is with RID Warrior Class Skywarp from the Season 3 Starscream design. This copy of Skywarp was purchased from fellow reviewer TJ Omega. I'll be reviewing him at a later date. And here we have Takara Legends Trigger Happy, who again I will be reviewing another time. I just compare these two to Cyclonus because they share the forward swept wings and long nose cone design. So, to transform Cyclonus, first, come to the back and disengage the thrusters from the fuselage. These will become the arms. Then rotate them 180 degrees. Disengage the rear of the fuselage from the cockpit and gently pull to extend where the legs are, making sure to collapse the legs back into position so the knee joints are oriented correctly. Then split the legs like so, fold up the landing struts, open the thruster panels, flip out the feet, fold the thrusters in on themselves and close the panels to streamline the legs. Do the same on both sides. Stand the figure up. Unhinge these panels here and rotate the cockpit canopy 180 degrees so that it points upside down from where it should be, because in the cartoon the cockpit was still pointing upwards on its back. But this is a necessary sacrifice for the engineering. Fold down the front landing strut, open both the front and the back, then collapse the nose cone in on itself one section at a time like so. And like so. Then rotate so that the head is pointing upwards, close the panels around him, and lock the shoulders into place. Next, disengage the wings from the thrusters, double hinge them onto the backs of his shoulders, and fold in the panel like Masterpiece Starscream to shorten the wings to a more cartoon accurate proportion. Then rotate the forearms 90 degrees. Pop up the thrusters and rotate the hands around. Close the panel to seal them back into position. And here we have Cyclonus in robot mode. I'm not sure whether the light in here is good enough, but you can see that even in dim light he still has really strong orange light piping. The gun can be held in his hand like so. Just get everything straightened out and oriented correctly. For size comparison in robot mode, here we have Kingdom Cyclonus with Siege Megatron. Now, articulation on Cyclonus is pretty good too, considering the complexity of its transformation engineering. The head is on a ball joint with a forward and back hinged stem at the neck. Shoulders are universally hinged in two directions and actually reveal some underarm detail when folded upwards. Bicep swivels. Just over 90 degrees at the knee, elbow rather. Wrist swivels. A waist swivel, which is not for transformation, but still definitely appreciated for some more dynamic poses. Universal hips. Thigh swivel, bit tight on my copy. Knees are technically double jointed due to transformation. And a very stiff ankle tilt, useful for some more dynamic poses. Now, this is not the only feature Cyclonus has. As you can see, he's got a couple of these 3mm posts on his body, 2 on the torso and 1 on the shin here. These are for blast effects from the Siege Battlemaster's line to be attached to make it look like he's being shot or slashed at. I currently don't have any of those for use here, so stay tuned for future videos. Another feature you can use Cyclonus with is if you put one of his hands back into vehicle mode configuration, it reveals a 5mm port, and also looks a bit like a Mega Man arm cannon with the cylindrical shape of a forearm. Very few guns I have available have got 5mm ports in the right position to use this, so here are Siege Springer's guns for a demonstration of what he could look like with that deployed. Of course, this feature is intended to use the Japanese, the Headmaster's anime style use of the Target Master combinations, where the Target Masters would just outright replace their partner's hands. So, that concludes this review. I have been Soundblaster1987. Join me next time when I review Transformers Animated Voyager Megatron, Takara version. Till then, till all are one.